things that will make a woman love you so much and still want to be in control. She want to manipulate and she want to take charge of your relationship. So if you're a man, it's best you stop doing these things if you find out you're doing them. This is Bell Solution. The goal is for you to stay in a healthy relationship and a healthy marriage. Number one thing or number one attitude that really will make a woman to take advantage of you in a relationship and will be controlling is when you have a negative attitude. You have a negative attitude to things, you feel you can't do something. When a woman notices that you feel you can't handle things right, you can't do something right, every time you feel you want to fail, you feel you can't fail, she will stop believing in you and she will stop trusting in your judgment. Automatically, she will feel she makes greater and better judgment than you. So if she stops trusting in your judgment, automatically she will want you to trust in her own judgment. Everything she says becomes right. Everything she says becomes everything she says, she will not have the final say in them. So, but if you have positive attitude to things, even if you can't do it, believe in yourself that you can do it. Do not always say negative things about yourself or about how you feel. It makes the woman to really say, oh, this person is positive, he can do this. She doesn't see you fail even before you try things, because if you have negative attitude, you fail before you do those things, because when you start saying negative things about yourself, it stops you or it limits you from the things you're supposed to do. So whenever you are in a relationship with a woman, if you're in a relationship, always have a positive attitude to everything, every situation that comes. Do not make her see you like the situation is overwhelming or the situation is more than you. At least show her that you can handle it. If she know you can handle it, it makes her to still start looking up to you. It makes her to really want to leave you with the control and the power in your relationship. But if you always show her negative attitude to things, she feels you can't take care of most of the things. She want to be taking care of them. She want to be in charge. She want to make judgment. She want to make decisions. And when she start making decisions, automatically she has taken your power and she's in control of your relationship. Second thing that will make you a woman love you and still want to be in control is if you are always prone to be influenced. If people can tell you what to do, you don't have a mind of your own. If she notices that she can easily influence you in doing things you don't want to do. Maybe you said you want to do this now. She now came up to you and said, no, don't do it. Do it this way. And you know your own way is the best way. If you do it, you will arrive at a better result. And if you do those things, and after doing it, you will not start blaming her. Oh, she's the reason why you failed it. She's the reason why, after all, she's the one that came up with the idea. If a woman maybe she gave you an idea on how to do things different from the way you want, if you accept that idea, it's supposed to be that any consequences that comes up from that idea, it is you will bear it. You'll be responsible for it. But when you know that thing her own way will not really go well, or it will not go down well for you, don't take it. Do it your way. You can explain to her, oh, this thing, if we do it this way, it will not really work. Let's do it this way. It will work. Be calm in explaining. She will understand, because she will want to test you to see if you want to do things her way. Even if they didn't work, how will your reaction be? How will you handle it? Most time you want to blame her. She now say, oh, this guy, he can easily be influenced and he can't take responsibility. He can't be responsible for his actions. So therefore, I should be in charge. I should be in control. Since if I do these things, I will even blame it on him, and he will still stay and be blaming me. The both of us will end up arguing with ourselves. That is where you get to the point of arguing with your women most of the time. Then the third thing that makes a woman really love you and still want to be in charge or in control is if you're being bad in handling criticism. There are positive criticism and there are negative criticism. If a woman know that you are the type that they can't talk to you and maybe make jokes and you laugh about them. Maybe something about you, they can make joke, she can people or you, she can make joke with it, and you laugh about it. But be very careful when it's becoming insult. It's not everything that is insult. There are things that are positive criticism. You did this thing, you didn't do it right. They can bring it up. Oh, this thing, babe, you didn't do it right, you did it like this. Both of you can laugh about it. But if you're the type that every criticism, you see it as a negative criticism, maybe she brought that thing up, she want to laugh about it, the next thing you flew up, you start shouting, she will say, oh, I now know what gets to him. You know, women, we want to know what gets to you, what will make you really emotional, so we can start using it to our advantage. So whenever she want to get to you, she will use that criticism if you can't handle it. So, and if you can't handle it, most of the time, you will lower your voice. You will not want to talk. If she's even talking, she's doing something wrong, you are afraid of that criticism. You will not want her to criticize you. You will start walking on an eggshell because you want to do everything right. You want to be the perfect man. She knows you're doing all those to please her. That's why most good guys, that's what most of them do. That's why you end up a yes kind of man. You don't even know when to say yes, and you don't know when to say no, because you're too scared of being criticized. It is okay if the criticism is a positive one for you to look into and change. It is fine. Accept it. Is nothing bad, but let it not go beyond. If she's criticizing you and she's being too rude and insulting about it, that is where you should draw the line and make her stop. Then the fourth thing that will make a woman love you so much and still want to be in control of you is when you you're constantly critical of yourself. You always talk yourself down. You always tell yourself, maybe you did something. Failure is a part of life. When you fail, you've learned your lesson, you stand up, it makes you to do things better. But when you fail and you feel you should remain there, start telling yourself, maybe you lost your job, you lost something important, you didn't get something, you start telling her, oh, I'm a failure, I can't do things right. Never criticize yourself or never talk down on yourself. Never be critical about yourself. Do not criticize yourself. If you are the type that always criticize yourself, that is when you see a woman start comparing you. She start using comparison. Oh, because you're too critical about yourself. She can't give you what you can't give yourself. You must give yourself enough for a woman to give you. You want her to not criticize you. Don't be critical about yourself. Always say good things to yourself. Let her hear you say good things about yourself. Let her hear you say good things to yourself. Even if you didn't get something right. Oh, this, don't worry, I'll get it right. I'll do it. I'll try next time. I'll do better next time. Let her see you trying. Let her not see you that whenever you feel on something, you're too down, you're too emotional. That is what a woman do not want to see. Yes, she will understand when you're down and you're trying to make effort to rise again. She will always want to be there. She will always want to support. But whenever you're down, you're showing her you're down, you don't want to stand up. You don't want to walk. You don't want to rise again. You automatically lose the right to be her leader. A leader is always faced with challenges, but the ability to stand and face it head on makes him the great leader. So you must be that great leader to your woman, because if you're not, automatically she will take the control and the lead of your relationship. So whenever you fail on something, do not slumber, do not sleep, do not say, oh, I failed it, I can't do it, you start crying. If you do that, you're automatically relinquishing your power to your woman in your relationship. Fifth thing a woman would do if a woman loves you so much and she will still take control over if you do them is constantly looking for validation. When you're always asking your woman, oh, am I going to do it well? Am I going to get it right? Oh, am I handsome? You can ask your woman if you're close, you dress well, if you're fine. Or if you're fine, you dress well, she can say, yes, you look smart. It is okay to use those things maybe to validate yourselves once in a while. But always constantly asking her, do you love me? Am I the right man for you? Am I good for you? Am I treating you right? You're constantly seeking for validation. When you constantly seek for validation, a woman will put you in a position where you feel you can't do without her. She's the only woman that accepts you. That is where you get her. She will want to leave you. She will give you a hot and cold attitude, a hot and cold behavior. She's good today, she's not good today, because she knows you're going to chase. Because you're always looking for validation, you're going to chase. If she says she doesn't want, you will not be yourself, because how will you feel when she doesn't validate you? So you see, when you're constantly doing this with a woman, it makes her to really take control of your relationship and start using it against you. She start manipulating you, even unconsciously, even when she doesn't know. Women want you not to, they want to really validate you on their own terms. Let them do it on their own. Don't constantly seek for validation that if you don't get it, you feel things are not really going down well in your relationship. Be a man of your own. Chase your dream, chase your goal. Let your dreams and your goal validate you before your woman. If she knows you're good to go, you're a leader, she will validate you on her own. She will tell you, oh, she loves you, you're a great guy. She will tell you sincerely. She will tell you. But if you're the one always seeking her to tell you that, you're always looking for validation, and it makes her to take really control over you in your relationship. I hope this helped you to know how to deal with your women. In order for them not to take control, do not do these 5 things I just mentioned or listed in this video. This is Bell Solution. Do not forget to share. Share. Many men need to see this. Many men has already made this mistake, so they can start correcting it immediately. Do well to like, drop your comment what you think about this video, and if you see my video for the very first time, do me well to follow my page. Thank you.